You think it'll be 8-8 at least?
Next year?
Next year.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think they're going to.
Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad?
Yeah, I think
you're in Chicago. You can't be 8-8, 50%.
They're going to go. I think a lot worse. I think they're going to be. They're going to be lucky if they win 6 games. I think.
Well, you heard it here first, people. 6 games.
Yeah, so I think they'll end up doing it on 6 games, and then
6 and 10.
They might go 8-8 on the second year, and then I don't think they'll do good on the third year either. No. And then you're going to turn around and. That's when I think they're going to let him go. Nagy.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
So we'll see what's
going to happen. So we got 3 years of nothing. 3 years of bitterness.
Yeah, in a way we do.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm playing with the live thing. I think I just figured out a big error on our part, but hopefully that's fixed. Not getting sound. We fixed it, Scotty. So thank you for the heads up. I just figured it out. So it wasn't your problem. It was our problem. But that's fine. The podcast version, you guys will catch at least the beginning part of it. Obviously, this is live, so we'll keep going. Mm-hmm. So we'll go from there. But the sound is up. So sound is good.
Excellent.
Thank you for the heads up from the crew out there. Hold on. Sound is up. Sound is up. All right, so on to the next topic. Or hold on, let me get the chat room up here to see if anyone drops anything our way. If we can figure this out. No. All right, he got it. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
There it is. Aha, I figured it out. We're all new to this, so we're trying to figure it out. All right, so in any case, moving on, you just missed, for the people that are finally hearing us now, you guys just missed, we were talking about the coaching staff for the Chicago Bears, talked about some of the draft options that we think that will be happening, some of the players, should they be trading a little bit lower, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to jump, though, and keep going. I'm not going to go back in it. So what I want to jump into is the 2 playoff games last week.
Oh, yes.
So I thought both games were great. I'm not a Patriot fan. I hate them. So, but I mean, that was an amazing game. I know I've talked with Jackman before. It is hard to say that Tom Brady is not the greatest of all time at this moment. I mean,
quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, what he does and what he accomplishes is just amazing. I don't think we've ever seen a better quarterback in our time. And me and Jackman went back and forth on this for Joe Montana's, Steve Young's, Dan Marino's, Brett Favre's, all these quarterbacks that have been out there. He's topped them. I mean, he's won more Super Bowls than any other quarterback out there. He's potentially going to win one more. And that comeback they made, and I called it. Like I for some reason at the end of the third, I'm like, man, this guy is going to come back and he's going to win it. And I didn't want it to happen, but I was really rooting for a Jacksonville, Minnesota. That's what I wanted.
You were, huh?
I wanted to see the 2 underdogs. Jacksonville had their number in the first half, though.
They did. They did.
And I was actually going to tune off. I was going to be like, game's in the bag. They got it.
You can never do that. And sometimes I wonder if they just do it just to play with them.
I think this is what my opinion is. I have a feeling that Jacksonville did do that. I think that they thought they had it in the bag, and because these guys are all rookies, I think some of these guys didn't play their heart out in the second half because they figured out that we've got this.
I remember last year at the Super Bowl when Atlanta was up.
Yeah.
And the owner was at the sideline with his wife, ready to celebrate.
Yeah.
And then as time went by, his face was turning whiter and whiter. And I remember his wife next to him. Her heart was breaking for her husband. And I saw that. And she wanted him to win. Yeah, they went down too early to celebrate.
Yeah.
It's 25 points comeback, right?
Yeah.
The biggest comeback. Now he's down 10. It's not even a Super Bowl. You don't think he's going to come back?
Yeah, it's just I think overall that was a good game. It made me stick around to watch the second game, but that was just an ass whooping that Philly put on Minnesota.
So you don't like Brady at all?
I wouldn't say I don't like Brady. I respect I respect the player he is and what he's accomplished. I don't like
I understand how you feel.
I don't like the favorites, because in my opinion, I'm a very disciplined guy myself in my career and my life. So Belichick, in my opinion, is the same way I would manage like what I do in my life. That's the same way.
Okay.
I keep everything quiet, personal, keep it intact. So I love the way Belichick coaches. Tom Brady's a great athlete. I hate it when a team always wins.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, remember back in the old Major League Baseball, Oakland?
Oh yeah,
they always used to win with the Bash Brothers.
Correct.
I got sick of them. I was like, I don't want to keep. Like, I don't care about Oakland anymore. And
yeah, well, you got sick of
the
Oakland,
Yankees,
the Cowboys. But when it was the Bulls, we didn't get sick of that, right?
No, that was
we're
good.
Like, it should be like 20 in a row.
Oh man, that was. But both playoff games were exciting.
Yeah, they were.
I did tune out of the Minnesota game after Philly was destroying them. It was pretty funny though, some of these celebrations. Did you see the one with the guy on the train?
Yeah, that was
where
funny.
He was running and hit the pole. So I mean, and then did you see what they did to the poles?
What did
they put? They put the Cisco grease on.
Yeah, so they won't climb them,
and they were still climbing. Oh,
Philadelphia.
Man. Just
I don't know what they're gonna do in Minnesota for the Super Bowl. Didn't they say that they were outside of their opponent's hotel making noises throughout the night? So they were. So they wouldn't sleep.
I heard that on Airbnb.
Minnesota wouldn't sleep.
This is kudos to Bleacher Report. Apparently, Airbnb owners in Minnesota are turning down Philadelphia fans, and the Philadelphia fans, because they're trying to rent to stay there for the game.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia fans posted a email back from one of the Minnesota Airbnb owners of like, I'm sorry, but we got a letter that said that you guys are creating too much problems, so we're not allowed to rent. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude, this is getting crazy.
I heard one of the fans punched the police horse.
Yeah.
And punched the police horse. What did the horse have to do? And then the horse is just sitting there. He gets knocked.
Did you know how many fights broke out? If you go on YouTube, there's fights that broke out in the stadium with fans, and it's just nuts.
Dude, I know. I went to Philly last year. It's crazy out there.
They're a different breed of people, man.
There is. Imagine them winning the Super Bowl.
I've always heard Philadelphia people are very rough in a lot of businesses. I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So I've heard in the wrestling industry, they used to always say, because ECW was huge in Philly, that's where their hometown was. They always said that Philly fans are very loyal, but they're rough. And listen, like if they don't like something, they'll boo and like they'll make hell for you.
They boot Santa Claus. They boot Santa Claus.
Oh man.
The Pope comes in, he's gonna get booed.
He probably will. So in any case, let's go into
let's go.
The Patriots and the Eagles. So I guess what's his name's hand is good. Brady,
yeah.
But Gronkowski might not play.
No, he's playing.
That was
he's playing.
That hit was rough, man.
Yeah, but he's gonna play.
Yeah, but here's the thing: CTE and concussions now in sports in general are very delicate, and they're already talking about suspending teams for not doing the right protocol on an athlete. So if they truly find out in an investigation later on that, hey, this guy shouldn't have been playing, but he played, there's a potential fine that could be coming, and not just a fine. I guess they're saying it may end up becoming more serious, but they are there's going to be issues. They're going to have to play very listen, old school football, like when we watched it in the 80s and early 90s, yeah, he would have been in there. He would have been like, Coach, I'm playing. I don't care. And then, hands down, he would have been in there. But I don't know if they're going to let him play. It's not that he wants to play. I think they're going to tell him you can't. Didn't you see him when he was going back to the sidelines?
Yeah, I was like, wow.
The dude was going to fall again.
Yeah, no, I know.
It was rough. I was like, I couldn't see it. It's like the guy got hit in the chin with like a fight against Mike Tyson. Like, I was like, man, that's not good.
But you're in a Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, but it's not his call now at this point. Now with all the heat the NFL's getting, you've got all these doctors now, not just team doctors. You've got NFL doctors now that are supporting the NFL legally. So if anything happens later on, they can say, hey, oh, hold on. My doctor said that you can't play, so you can't play in there. I'm trying to legally cover us. So
you think they'll be signing waivers? Like players will be signing waivers? I don't know. No, right?
Can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's going to be rough. We'll see what happens. But I mean, who do you think's going to win?
He's going to be in or he's going to be out?
Either
if
way.
If he's playing, I think they're going to win. It'll be a tight game.
You think even if Gronk doesn't play, you think Philly has a chance?
I think
Gronk wasn't playing and they still beat Jacksonville.
Well, the other people still,
picked
up the pace, man.
I think the Patriots win it.
You do.
It's going to be a close game. I think the Patriots win.
Patriots
Carson
win.
Wentz. Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz, I know the team's behind Foles tremendously. But if Carson Wentz was still playing, I think there would have been so much more heart that Philly would have played with. Not saying that they're not going to play with heart now either. They will.
They will.
But I just think the Patriots are just too strong. And I think the Patriots are going to win. But who do I want to win? I want Philly to win, and I'll be rooting for Philly. But at the end of the day, if I had to pick myself, I'd say the Patriots are probably going to win it. It's going to be close, though. I think it's going to be like by field goal. It's not going to be
like 3-5.
Yeah, it's not going to be a blowout.
No,
I think it's going to go tie going into the fourth, and then a minute. Then the Patriots get a field goal. They're up by 3. Philly gets the ball. They're trying to make a run for it, but they come short of it.
Well, listen, if it's a blowout and Philly's in the lead, I'm watching the game.
Oh, I am
because
too.
Tommy.
The ratings are going to go high.
Yeah, and if Tom Brady pulls this off and wins, then hands down, nail.
When is the Super Bowl? February.
2 weeks.
Well, I know they're doing the Pro Bowl now. This weekend.
Yeah, I think
it's in. I think it's in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
too.
It was 2 weeks.
Now
you make me question. Yeah, Tom pulls it off. He wants to play another 3-4 years. You heard about that?
Yeah. Well,
he's like 40. He's the oldest starting quarterback ever in a Super Bowl.
Well, that was the big issue, though, with the reason Garoppolo left. There was issues where Brady didn't want Garoppolo, but Belichick wanted to keep him. And then they're saying that Brady went straight to Kraft and jumped Belichick in the GM and said, I don't want Garoppolo there, get rid of him, because he wanted to stay there. And if Garoppolo's there, I think Belichick at the end of the day, within 2 years, would have put Garoppolo in as a starter. So they ended up turning and trading him. And then that's when they had that whole beef and the rift.
Then guess what? Then Tom Brady would have went to another football team, just like Peyton Manning did, and won a couple.
And he's probably going to go where McDaniels is going to go, the offensive coordinator.
So that, maybe that's, who knows, that's going to happen. Remember when Colts got rid of Peyton Manning because he had the surgery in the neck? Like, oh, he's done. He's not going to cut.
Yeah.
He's like, really? I'm done? You tossed me on a side like that? He was committed and loyal to the Indiana Colts. He would have retired there. And guess what? He went to Denver.
And look at them now.
Yeah. And won a championship.
Yeah.
So Tom Brady got drafted in the 6th round. 199 pick. No one believed in him. You don't think if the Patriots got rid of him, he wouldn't bust his ass to win a championship on another team?
Who, Brady?
Yeah, Brady.
Oh, he would, but he's too
close
with Kraft. Kraft would never allow it.
No, because he knows he got the best quarterback ever.
Yeah, Kraft would never allow that to happen.
When he retires, he's going to have a huge statue in front of the stadium.
He probably will.
He will. He'll have a huge statue.
Yeah.
One more game, that's it. If he wins this, I hope he wins it. And then the best quarterback. There's no one comparison.
What happens if he doesn't win? You think he still stays?
Ooh. Does he stay?
Or do you think he retires and says, I'm done?
No, I don't think he's going to retire.
I don't think he's going to retire either way. Yeah, I honestly feel he's going to play 3-4 more years.
Well, he's going to play until until his body can, or until the wife, because
that's money.
Well, his wife doesn't want him to play. They have money. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
His wife was making more money than him.
We'll see. We'll see what. And
she's retired. She's retired now from modeling.
So, who do you think? You think Patriots?
I gotta go with Patriots. And I want to tell you something. I did not like Tom Brady, in the 2008 when he got injured and he only played one. I was so happy. But now I respect him as a player. You have to. You have to. And as much as I hate him back then, like, man, looks, quarterback, supermodel wife, I hated him. But now I'm like, man,
yeah, you have to.
I love him. Yeah, he's
all right. So that's our pick.
Okay.
I know next week Friday we'll probably dig in deeper to the Super Bowl because it'll be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So we'll get more into that as well too. I want to jump into now another NFL topic, XFL. You guys, yeah, check this out. That's we had
the
this
original
on Periscope, I think, when we were on the pre-show. It's the original ball, man. We had that. I had that. I bought this.
It's unbelievable.
So this is the original XFL ball.
How many years are they out of has this league canceled?
I think this was gone 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, so
that might be worth some money.
Vince McMahon announced recently
2020
that he's going to go in 2020. Some interesting stuff I saw that I'd like to talk about is what. So I know he said that he's going to have fans involved. So he's going to talk. He's going to let the fans give insight of what he can do. He talked that the game's going to be safer. So there's going to be something going on with concussions, something with late hits. Something's going to have to happen. He said the game's going to be quicker. So I don't know what he means by that. He also mentioned in his press conference, do you guys want commercial free like soccer? Because soccer, I'm a huge soccer fan, if no one knows. If you watch soccer goes one half, no commercials. Then they take a break in the halftime, and then they play commercials, and then they play the second half. So he might do something like that. I mean, what if he does something in that aspect where he turns around and says, hey, we're not going to go commercials until halftime.
I love that.
So combine 2 quarters, like first quarter, second quarter, maybe shorten the time down, have it go commercial free, halftime commercials, and then go the other way. What else was he saying? Oh, there's rumors of they're going to do their own fantasy league, and they're going to attach gambling onto their league from Vegas.
They are, huh?
So here's my theory on Vince McMahon. I know he portrays the boss. Everybody hates him on TV. But at the end of the day, the dude's a genius. He was the first person that invented streaming TV. And when he put that out and put all his money into streaming TV and created the WWE Network, Wall Street came to him and told him, you're an idiot. And they dropped the WWE stock to all-time lows. Now go back 5 years. Everybody is streaming. See every major channel: CBS, NBC, Fox, ABC, HBO, Showtime. Everyone, ESP, everyone is streaming now, and you go that way or you're done. Going into that, and I'm going off topic here a little bit for people. Has anyone seen the Defiant Ones?
I did not see it.
All right, there is a 4-series documentary on HBO. They're 4-hour-long episodes. It's called The Defiant Ones. Do you know who Jimmy Iovine is?
No.
He is one of the top record producers. He founded Interscope Records.
Okay.
And then obviously Dr. Dre.
Of course.
So these guys are best friends, and they talk about their life and their story and how Jimmy Iovine started by producing John Lennon, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Nicks, and he started doing all these other major people. He did U2, No Doubt. I'm trying to think of other. So the dude's a genius. And then you got Dr. Dre, who was NWA, then did his solo thing and Death Row Records and Aftermath and all that stuff. But about how
where are you going with this, man?
They talk about how he was going through his first divorce, Jimmy Iovine, and he ended up coming up with an idea. And I guess they lived next to each other in California somewhere. And Dr. Dre goes out on his balcony, and they're both wealthy. They're making good money. And they go outside, and Jimmy Iovine's walking on the beach, and he goes, hey, Dre, I'm coming up. So they come up, and that's where he came up with the idea of Beats headsets. So he goes, so what's going on, whatever. And they were talking about business. And then Dre had an idea, and Jimmy goes, no, that's not it. He goes, it's headsets. He's like, it's what you hear, how you listen to the music. So what his theory was He went to record companies, and the moment, and this is where I'm going with it, the moment they knew the CD was going away, Jimmy Iovine went online and saw all these pirates that were selling their music on, not selling, but Napster, where people were streaming. Going back to the Vince McMahon thing with the streaming, Jimmy Iovine at that moment said, "Oh my God, this industry's crushed. We got to figure out what to do, whatever." Jimmy Iovine came up with the idea of streaming, and him and Steve Jobs were the ones who had iTunes and then started selling streaming music. And then Apple came up with the idea of, remember when bands were coming out with their albums or artists, Apple was signing contracts where they would come out on Apple first for like a month.
I remember that, yep.
So they can have that upper hand. So in a way, Jimmy Iovine created that. He saw that and created it and went from there. Anyways, they came up with the headsets. They paid them $3.2 billion. Apple did.
Yeah, Apple
so
did.
Apple bought Beats from Dre and Iovine, and now Dre and Iovine work for Apple, and they work for the streaming service.
Sweet.
Which I own, which you pay $9.99 to stream all the albums, and they go on there and they set it all up and stuff. So anyways, Vince McMahon had that idea to stream. He was charging $40 a pay-per-view, and he went around and said, okay, now people will pay $9.99. and they can catch my pay-per-view and all the content I own, because he owns all the wrestling content, every federation. Wall Street didn't like it. They dropped his stock. Now everybody's doing it. So here's the interesting thing now, going back to the XFL. He's a genius. So he's going to put a lot of time. So Alpha Entertainment is his company. If you guys are not in tune with wrestling, he actually ended up taking a lot of stock money out recently, like hundreds of millions of dollars. And someone, I forgot who it was, mentioned, dude, this guy's pulling it for the XFL, because there was rumors.
You think so?
Rumors were going out that he was thinking of starting it again.
But do you think he learned his lesson? Will he be successful this time?
I hope.
You hope.
We'll see. And here's the thing: someone was talking about. There's a lot of things wrong in the NFL right now. And
there's so many things wrong.
He can right that ship that the NFL's messing up on, and then do what the fans want. The things he did in wrestling was he created the universe. He's listening to the fans. And I think he's going to do that with XFL.
What was his other competition in wrestling? He
had Ted Turner with WCW back in the day, and he did take them out.
Yeah.
I mean, now you really don't have much, but in any case, it's going to be very interesting to see. He took that money, he created Alpha Entertainment LLC, and he did that. I guess the wrestling world, he's going to end up leaving to his son-in-law, his daughter, and his son.
Correct.
Because all three of them right now are really running it. And I think Vince McMahon may step back a little from wrestling. And I think he's going to focus now on XFL and try to see what he can do to head that up. Because ultimately, he can make good money if you think about that. He said he's going to start with 8.
8.
Yeah, I don't know what cities, though. He just announced they're going to start with 8 teams. They're going to do 2 semifinals. Oh, how did he say? And then a championship game.
You think the players are going to have their last names, or are they going to be made up names
like he did before? He hate me. And
he
stuff
hate
like
me.
That.
I remember he hate me.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but
you can't make it too much. As a circus, you have to.
Hey, close. I'm just to the face or to the guys on live. Is there any way someone could write something in the chat room? I just want to make sure it's working. Just so that we can see at least something back really quick, because someone's saying that the chat room's not working either right now. So if someone can do that really quick, that'd be cool.
Appreciate it, man.
And if you guys have anything, obviously,
any questions, any
send
comments,
it out.
let us know.
We'll answer. We'll stop and answer and stuff. So anyways, going back to this. We'll see what happens with XFL. I think it's very intriguing and interesting to see what's going to happen as the rules roll out and all that stuff. We'll go from there. I mean, we'll see. I'm excited about it to see what happens with it. So we'll see. Anyways, next thing. I'm not going to talk too much baseball. Baseball is spring training starts in I think a week. So we're going to be looking in a week or 2, I think they start. In a week, pitchers and catchers report. Then in 2 weeks, everyone else reports to camp. So that'll be going there. Very interesting to see what's going to happen. I know the Yu Darvish situation with the Cubs and what's going to happen with these youngsters with the Sox if they're going to bring them up early. I do want to congratulate Mr. Jim Thome for making the Hall of Fame. Vladimir Guerrero, one of my favorite players. I got him up here somewhere. Is also making it. So he is going into, and then you got Chipper Jones, who made it as well too. And then you got Chipper Jones. There's Vlad McFarland figure. It's one of my favorite players, Vladimir Guerrero. Love the one who's on the Expos though.
Chipper is one of my favorites.
Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have him. Chipper was good. He was very solid and consistent. I can't knock him. I mean, he was a good guy. But anyways, I want to congratulate Mr. Tomey. He deserves it. He had a hell of a year or a hell of a career in Cleveland. Then obviously with White Sox.
He's from Peoria. Illinois,
he's
right?
an Illinois boy.
Yeah, Illinois
local boy. All right, so Cleveland situation on our Facebook page. We actually posted. Or I posted Shannon Sharp, who in a way he became my new favorite human being. He bashed Isaiah Thomas and in a way threw knives at LeBron James, which was pretty cool. But he was very vocal about the Kevin Love situation, which I really I agree 150% with what he says. But I am let me see if I can play it here so then people can hear it.
This, first of all, when Isaiah did what he did, I would say, guys, I was just going to sit back here, play the good company guy. Like, you're right, I need to play better. But since Isaiah came from me and I didn't send for him, I'm here now. First of all, everybody's up in arms about me missing the game. I had the flu. I felt faint. I felt dizzy. I went in the locker room.
Speaking for Kevin
There's
Love.
nothing I can do. I didn't want to spread whatever I had, so I left. Hold on. You guys going to get on to me. Derrick Rose left here with a fade, and come back with dreads, and y'all welcome him with open arms, and you mad because I missed 24 hours? Kick rocks, Isaiah. First of all, since you got here, you have no seniority to address me in any matter. You just got here a month ago. Where you been?
Are you sure he didn't say that to you?
I don't know, but I'm saying what I would have said.
And it got heated.
Well, it didn't get heated enough. He might have should have put the mitts on him.
It was fiery.
First of all, another problem that I got with you, Isaiah, you can't feed the post because unless it's a fire hydrant, that's the only thing you're going to throw
That's
over.
wrong.
So how you going to get me the ball? I'm shooting 30% when you on the court, and I shoot 20+% higher when you off the court.
That is correct.
You can't guard anything.
Nope.
Okay. You think I'm done with him? Oh, when you played 29 minutes this before. JR, when are you going to do something other than bull jive on the court? Getting $15 million. You getting 2 rebounds a game. I told you to leave well enough alone. Your head hard. Jay Crowder, can you hit like 3 shots that you hit in Boston last year? Can you guard somebody?
He did hit a couple shots to start the game last
night.
And I don't know what happened.
And I know,
Bertrand's drove around him like he was Michael Jordan.
Like his feet was nailed to the floor. And I know this might get me traded, but y'all know there been like 3 or 4 games in the last 2 weeks that LeBron had more turnovers than assists. But I ain't saying nothing about that.
Shannon Sharp just took a shot at LeBron James.
Oh, if we
you being honest, yeah.
When we have a meeting, don't say we having a meeting and I want you to get what's off your chest. Because I'm gonna get not my chest, I'm going to my shoes. I'm going knee deep. I'm telling Isaiah Thomas, I'm look at bro. Lou, I don't know what y'all gonna do with me or him. But one of us needs to go. One of us needs to go.
I agree.
He's virtually impossible because he's what we call the 2. He's too small, TOO, and too selfish. I've had no problem playing third fiddle to LeBron and Kyrie. He said, I'll be damned if I'm playing second fiddle to Isaiah Thomas because he's not better than me. Isaiah Thomas thinks he's a superstar after 1 good year. Russell didn't become a superstar after 1 year. Steph didn't. James Harden. Bruh, you think, because you a second team All-NBA, now you on Bron level. So, LeBron's closer to greatness than I. Really, dude? Hey, Kevin Love, you a lot nicer than O'Shea Sharp. Because, boy, when we get in this meeting, see, now I get to be the real me. I ain't got to be professional. Ain't no cameras there. Boy, I'm going in on everybody.
I hope Kevin
real this morning.
I hope Kevin Love said like a third of what you said.
Yeah, I'm with you. Amen.
So that my 100% agree with it, but I don't know. I mean, what's your thoughts?
I think the team's falling apart. The team's falling
Yeah.
apart. The team, when you're losing like that, and there's no reason for them to be losing like that, they're falling apart. Can they get it back together? because everyone's expecting Cleveland and Golden State again in the playoffs, in the finals. You don't see Cleveland now.
No. And this is what gets me with that whole issue. I'm going to be really upset if LeBron leaves and demands a trade. I think that's going to be.
He cannot leave.
He's going
to run again. He's going to run away again.
And that's why I don't understand why players.
He's from Cleveland.
Yeah.
He could be worshipped for the rest of his life if he just stays in Cleveland.
Yeah.
What do he has to prove? He's won championships.
He's won.
Not by himself.
No, with other people, and that's why every time he leaves.
Technically, he won one championship when he won in Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I just know right now.
You think he's going to go to LA, aren't you?
I think he's going to go with Lonzo
because he has a house out there. Everybody's expecting him.
I just think
so. He goes to Lonzo. They're not going to win out there anyways.
So. One, it's funny how people keep saying that LeBron James is such a great player. And at the end of the day, his team right now is falling apart.
He is a great player.
He is great.
He's not a great leader.
He can't do it by himself.
He's not a leader.
And thank you.
He needs to be a leader.
I said this to Jackman all last year in the years in 2014 and 15. When LeBron was in Miami, Spoelstra was not the coach. That guy was a figure that was just put there. LeBron coaches the team.
LeBron, Wade, and Bosh were coaching the team.
All the time.
All three of them.
And now we saw it in Cleveland where LeBron went nuts on Lou and Lou let him. I mean, you can't allow a player to do that. And that's what I think right now. That's the main reason Kyrie left Cleveland and went to Boston, was because he's pissed off right now that, hey, I'm not going to sit here and listen to LeBron James and what this guy is going to sit here and tell me. So he took off. He's like, screw it, I'm out of here. And LeBron's telling these guys exactly what to do. No one is performing. Everything's falling apart. Now you've got Kevin Love, which I'm on Kevin Love's side, and exactly what Shannon Sharp said. And he's just like,
but even Kevin Love is not performing as good.
No, he isn't.
He is. Let's be honest.
But he just like he said towards the end, he played second when he was in Minnesota. The guy was a double machine.
That guy was awesome in Minnesota.
But he was the star player in Minnesota. He's playing second fiddle now to LeBron James, and before it was Kyrie. So he was the third man in charge. So
Nick, you can't tell me he can't get 10 points, 10 rebounds every night.
He can get more rebounds, I think, than points.
Exactly. He should be rebounds every night.
He can, but
you got LeBron getting what
I think there's other issues right now that are going on over there, and they shouldn't be literally looking at Kevin Love.
They got to point the finger somewhere.
Why? Well, it shouldn't be Kevin Love.
I know, but who else?
And where and how does IT have the balls to step up? He's only been there for a short period of time. If anyone's going to call out Kevin Love, it should have been LeBron James. And if IT had an issue with Love, then IT.
They should have a closed door meeting and they should have discussed it. They shouldn't be out.
All right, Scotty, I can't hear or I can't see any of your Facebook stuff. I'm sorry, not Facebook, but any of your YouTube comments. I'm not seeing any. I think you have to get into the chat room here, buddy. Sorry. So if IT had an issue with LeBron James should have went to, or no, I'm sorry, IT should have went to LeBron James, and he should have told him, dude, Kevin Love this and that. Now, at that point, LeBron James would have either defended Kevin Love, or he would have pulled Kevin Love himself aside and said, hey, dude, I'm hearing from a bunch of people that there's some issues and this is what we got to talk about, and whatever the case is. And or if they decide, hey, we're going to bring everybody like in a meeting so we can talk. You don't, as IT, dude, you sucked in Sacramento. You went to Boston, you had one good year, and then you get traded to Cleveland and he has the balls to post up a player that can do circles around him right now. That's just wrong in my opinion. And then you got guys like D Rose, who, like he said, he left with fade, and then he came back with dreadlocks, and no one questioned him on. I know he almost retired, but dude,
and that's the reason he left. He's like, I'm going to think about if I want to retire.
Yeah, but
for 2 months.
How come no one posted him up and say, hey, dude, why don't you come back?
But in the meantime, I'm still getting paid.
To me, it's just you're picking on the wrong people. Tristan Thomas, $15 million to do what, man? To warm a seat up? I mean, we've got Cristiano Felician or whatever that we're paying so much money, but it's on live chat. Yeah, I've got a group chat here, Scotty, but sorry, we're stopping and doing this. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. I am not seeing you, buddy. Sorry.
Well, I don't think the Cleveland going to be in the playoffs anyways. Well, they're going to be in the playoffs.
They're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be late.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, I think they're going to be very late round. Or they'll be like, they'll end up 3 still, I think, even with all the issues. But they've got a lot of issues that they've got to figure out and they've got to clean up.
And I don't want to see Golden State or Cleveland in the finals.
Golden State, I'm afraid is too good.
I know, but you're gonna see Golden State.
Yeah, it's gonna be Golden State, and then I don't know. It might not be Cleveland. I mean, and okay, now jumping from this Cleveland issue, which is a mess. Then you got Jason Kidd, who gets fired from Milwaukee, and then you've got Yanni, who was so distraught by it that he was calling the owners and the general manager trying to save Jason Kidd's job because he was so upset at the fact. Now there's rumors coming out that they're saying that Jason Kidd was trying to trade Jabari Parker and get him off the team, and there was some other things going on. But Kidd,
I like Kidd.
I like Kidd too, but here's my problem with Kidd. He has a team that should have been performing a lot better. So in a way, I'm with the owners of the team there on why they let him go. He's got a team that should be number 1 or number 2 in the conference.
Okay, I agree. But you think the next person they're gonna
and they're not performing.
They're not gelling. They got to gel as a team. That takes time. You got to gel.
Yeah, dude, Yanni's at his peak. Oh, not peak.
No, he's
got many more years ahead.
He's
but
peak.
He's performing at the top of his game.
Right now.
Everybody else right now that are not. And I don't know if Jason Kidd's the answer, but I know Yanni's upset about it.
But I don't think Yanni's a leader. He's still
young.
Still young.
Do you think that he's going to demand a trade?
No. He's just too nice to the guy. I don't think. You think they'll trade him?
What if he demands a trade?
I don't see him doing that. Okay, he demands a trade. Where's he gonna go?
I don't know.
I'd love him to come to Chicago.
I would love it too. But what if he turns around just like Kyrie did? There's rumors out there now that they said Kyrie Irving threatened to do ACL surgery or something like that if they didn't trade him. So he was threatening Cleveland, saying, hey, if you don't trade me right now, I am going to do some kind of surgery that he did need. He wasn't joking around. And he was like, all right, I'm just going to do the surgery and I'll be out all year.
You know, this just blows my mind. Back when I remember watching the Bulls,
they played
through everything.
Yeah.
They didn't demand getting traded. What's going on? We got babies. We got babies making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, these young millennials, 20 years old, you know, they call them what, snowflakes? They're so sensitive. It's like, oh, I'm not getting my way. I gotta get traded. Are you kidding me? Play the game. Listen to your coaches and bust ass in a workout.
Yeah.
We'll get better and get better and get better. But now they're making so much money. They're getting the nicest cars, going out, clubbing, partying, sleeping with TV stars.
Oh, you got to be careful about that now too.
It's getting disgusted.
But yeah,
it's disgusting.
We'll see what happens.
I demand get traded. Come on, boo-hoo. Listen to your coach. And if the team doesn't go good, then get rid of the coach.
We'll see what happens with Milwaukee's future. I'm a huge Yanni fan. I like to see him succeed. I think this puts back Milwaukee.
Yanni, come to Chicago.
Yeah,
Milwaukee, small market.
They won't do it though.
Just come. We're like what, an hour away? Yeah, come down, man.
Probably less.
Yeah. I'll come pick you up.
So we've got Chris Dunn and Markkanen did not make the All-Star game, but they did make the Rising Star. Another quick fact: no Bulls made the All-Star game. That's the first time in 9 years that no Bull has made the All-Star, not even as a starter or a reserve.
Are you surprised? Who did you think would make it? Exactly.
No, I agree.
Exactly.
Mirotic came in late. He was playing good. Markkanen's on fire, but I know he's a rookie, and there's other people that are better. But Markkanen's really surprising me. I know the Bulls haven't been playing good as of late, like the last week, but for that time being there, I mean, they were on fire. They were really doing good, and they're fun to watch. Me and Jackman always watch them. We love watching them.
They are fun to watch.
They're an exciting team now. And I love watching them.
Yeah, but there's no All-Stars. There's no All-Stars. There's no All-Stars.
There will be. I think Markkanen's going to be an All-Star and for the future. Kevin Dunn shocks and surprised me. He is a leader. I love the guy. He plays very well. Shouldn't hung on the rim too much so he can fall and chip his teeth. But I think he does. I think he's really good. I think he's going to be an All-Star eventually in the future. No one was announced for any of the dunk contests or the three-point shooting contests, so we don't have anything announced for those yet. So we don't have anything going on there either. What else do we got here? I don't think we have that much more, Tommy. Yeah, I think we're almost wrapped up. We can't figure out this chat, and then we can't get anything going.
That is disappointing. We got to figure out that chat.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not going through. I've been trying to get you guys... getting responses from people that are telling me that they are sending texts, but we're not seeing any of them. So I don't know why and where we are not getting any. I see my chat room right on the side.
Yeah. I'm
not sure why I'm not getting it. We'll try to figure it out later.
Our apologies for that, guys.
No, did not want to do that. So, boxing, nothing really major, guys, went on. We have, what's his name? Earl actually fought Peterson last weekend. He cleaned up the mat with Peterson. And actually going to have a title defense. He already signed it on Showtime for June 16th. They don't know whose opponent's going to be. Adonis Stevenson's going to defend his title against Badu Jack on May 19th. The Winter Olympics are right around the corner. I know no one talks about the Winter Olympics anymore. Winter Olympics are on February 8th, the same day the trade deadline for the NBA is. So they'll be coming up there soon too. There is... What does S mean?
There is an S next to the live chat.
I don't know what S means. I did texts. I did put something in there, so you might be seeing the beginning of my text there. So I might have to do this with somebody else just to see if we can get this going later on, and we'll figure that out. So we'll figure it out for the future. We're learning as we're going here too for the YouTube channel. Anyways, for boxing, that's what we're looking at. For the wrestling fans, I do have a mobile WTR show that I'll be posting possibly tonight. And maybe tomorrow, if not tonight. But you got Royal Rumble this Sunday. We will go over, me and Wild Bill on Tuesday. We'll go over everything from the Royal Rumble on Sunday and on Raw on Monday. So we'll cover all that stuff. And after Monday, we'll probably start seeing the road to WrestleMania and what's going to happen from there. And I think that's pretty much all I got. What do you got, Mr. Tom Chris?
I think that's all we have, man. Unless you want to talk about the Cubs? No, you said right?
No, I don't like the Cubs.
Oh, yeah.
Here, check this out. We're trying to get a new soundboard going. So now that when we're playing, we can actually... This is funny. There's a lot of funny ones on here. You know who that is?
Obama. You got to get a Trump.
Listen, hey, you're in my house. Hey, shame on you.
That was funny.
There's some funny ones on here that I think we're going to be using for the show, but that was pretty hilarious overall. But we got to figure it out, and I'll have a board ready to go.
Bullshit.
Well, you can do like a whole soundboard thing. It's going to be pretty fun. We can go with that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all I got, guys, for this one. I don't know how long we've got going right now, but we will get a Trump one going too.
Gotta get it.
There's actually a soundboard where you can take your voice, you can say whatever you want, and then Trump plays it back.
They'll be huge. It'll be huge.
So we're thinking of doing that. So I can probably try to set that stuff up. What else is there? I don't know. What else do you got, Tom? Really quick.
Nothing, man. This was pretty fun.
You're going to be back again?
I'll be back again. It all depends. You know, if we get something like good, they want me back. If they want me back, I'll come back. If they don't, then I'll just stay home and cry.
Oh, we want you back. Why wouldn't we have you back?
Of course. I'll be back. It was really
fun. Yeah, no, we don't got anything else here.
But the bottom line is, Nick, the Bears, they got to get some talent. They got to get better coaching. We're not going nowhere. The Bulls, they need a leader. They got to get some all-stars. Like great players.
Well, you're gonna have some good players out of the draft too soon.
Yeah, good. You know what's disappointing, Nick? MVP and then doing downhill.
Yeah, but he got injured. He didn't play a lot.
Come on, it's bullshit.
They should have traded him, but
I got injured. Come on, they're like, I got to think about my future. I can't play. Who said that back in the 80s?
Well, I think his brother 90s. Was a big demise too, because there was a period. B.J. Armstrong's not the greatest either. There was a period of time, I think, when he was a free agent for the New York Knicks, where he was asking a ridiculous amount of money, and everyone in the NBA was like, "Dude, you're not worth more than $2 million a year." And it's like B.J. was asking for like 15, 17 million a year, and it's just like, dude, you're not even close to that.
How about Latrell Sprewell? He got offered 29 million for, I think, 4 years back in the day.
The Blackhawks.
I don't know, and he said that's not enough money. I can't feed my family for that much money. And then they never. They're like, all right, bye.
The Blackhawks, Scotty. Unfortunately, I think the dynasty is done. I don't know if we should be thinking about getting rid of Canes and Tevs to build it for the future.
No,
or
do not get rid of them.
Or if you keep those guys intact and try to build around it. That seems like what they're trying to do right now, but it's just not succeeding. I don't think Crawford's the answer. I've never liked Crawford. I didn't think he was a great goaltender. I think they need another goaltender in place and not someone like Crawford. They need to get someone young. I still, to this day, do not know why they got rid of Niemi. I've loved Niemi when he was there. I know they got rid of him. I don't know where he's at now. I'm not too attached into the NHL, but I think we could do well, but we need a stud goaltender. And without that, in my opinion, a goaltender is almost like the quarterback of the team in hockey. So I don't think Crawford's that answer. I'm not a Crawford fan. So I don't think that's going to take them anywhere. They do have to get. I personally don't think Kane and Tevs should be sold.
They're still young, those guys.
Yeah,
they're young,
and I think that they can still play, and you can build around them. But you gotta. I mean, there's just a lot of pieces. They're Stanley Cup material, not for like 2 years, 3 years. If they do that,
I don't know, man. They get it back together. They could make a run. I just think they just lost the hunger.
Yeah, but they lost a lot of key guys too that they traded away that they had to because of the salary cap.
But those guys were getting up there in age.
It could be Bowman too. You might have to get rid of the GM maybe. I mean, he might be part of it. So, I mean, who knows? We'll see what happens. But let's see. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
In Chicago?
Yeah. Is it going to be another spring day?
I hope so.
I think it was hot. It was like 52 today.
52, I'll take it.
I would take it too any day. But anyways, I think that's pretty much all I got. I don't know how many minutes we ran for. Usually about an hour and stuff, but we can go from there. And I think obviously the next CSCR show will be on Friday. We'll be doing WTR on Tuesday. Follow us on our Facebook and our Twitter. Twitter's at WCS3, Instagram at WCS3. Facebook is at Windy City One Word Sports Network. YouTube channel, subscribe. We will figure this all out with all of the chat room. Maybe Scotty is the one that doesn't know what he's doing, and that's why he can't get on there. But YouTube channel, subscribe to it. iTunes, subscribe, rate. And spread the word, guys, so we can get top 100 podcasts. So thank you, everybody. And
thank you, and love you guys all.
And we will be seeing you next Friday. I'll be seeing you on Tuesday. And I close it out as always. It is what it is. Good night, Chicago.
Good night.